Hello and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you're new here. I'm Jahan and today I'm going to be giving you a review of this CC cream that I bought in Aldi. It's by Lacura, which is their beauty brand that I bought in Aldi. So if you like this type of thing, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a like because it really helps my channel. So I've got my face makeup, my face prep done, so washed, cleansed, moisturised, and I'm going to try this CC cream that I found in Aldi. So I was just doing an Aldi shop online for some exercise equipment. I wanted to buy a medicine ball. So if you're into home gym, home workout stuff, they actually do really good quality kind of weights and kind of things in Aldi. And then I came across this. It was in the sale for like £2.66, so it's really inexpensive. And I have used the It Cosmetics CC cream before, which comes in about £30, maybe just over £30. This looks like a perfect dupe for it. It's UVA, UVB factor 50, again, colour correcting cream, so I'm expecting it to be a similar consistency to the It Cosmetics. I threw my It Cosmetics one away, I think at the beginning of the year when I went through my makeup because I had it for such a long time. It was getting quite grotty. I'm not sure how many colours this comes in. I will check and put it in the notes below. But let me try this on my face and see what it looks like. So it's a twist bottle. It's not a pump like the It Cosmetics one, and consistent C-wise. Okay, for a start, I think this is the wrong colour. So this is, I got this at the colour 4, so it's really hard to match this stuff online because the pictures, for example, that picture is for a colour 4, and this is what the colour 4 actually looks like on my hand. So it looks a lot paler than it actually is, but let's see what we can do with it. So this is the colour 4. It's quite thick, as I suspected. When you look at it, yeah, it's much thicker than what you would say like a CC cream would be, like a typical BB or CC cream. So let's put a bit of that on the back of my hand and give this a go. So I don't think this is the right colour at all. Oh my gosh, it's not going to work at all. But I can talk to you about the consistency of it at least. So I'm just going to use the foundation. It smells, it's really fragranced. It's kind of perfume, flowery smell, mixed with a bit of citrus, so it's very fragranced. Actually, when it blends out, it matches a bit. I think it will look a bit ashy, so I'll have to use some bronzer just to lighten it up, to warm it up, sorry. And let's see how it works on scarring. So I've got a bit of scarring on my face, like post-inflammatory scarring. Let's see how it covers. So already I can tell you, as I've used the It Cosmetics cream before, that it's definitely not as thick and as moisturising as the It Cosmetics cream. The It Cosmetic cream, I remember, if you're oily skinned and you buy the original one, I know they've reformulated it for different skin types. It is quite thick and oily on the skin. This one isn't half as oily, and it's drying down to sort of like a demi matte finish, as you can see. I've just put it on this part on my face at the moment. I haven't put it on my forehead yet. I need a bit more, so a little doesn't actually go a long way. I thought I put quite a bit on the back of my hands, but let me put a bit more on and see. Colour match wise, actually, it's not too bad once you blend it in. So maybe just like CC and BB creams, it can cross a few shades. Although I do think it matches my neck really well. My face is a bit darker than my neck, but it matches my neck really well. So it just means I can warm it up with some bronzing products, which I'll do. So on the skin, this is what it looks like. On camera, I think I'm looking quite pale on camera. But let me just bring it in a bit further. So I think you can see it. I'm just going to move the camera around 1 second. So I've moved the camera around so I'm not sitting directly in front of the window. I've got natural lighting in here, but I'm not sitting so stark in front of the window. And I think, as you can see here, I think it's actually sitting on my face quite nicely. It doesn't feel incredibly oily. It hasn't covered up at all, but then this is quite a dark scar because it's quite fresh, so I will have to cover it up anyway, and I would have to do that with other foundations too. But it's given quite a nice finish. I'm actually quite impressed with this. For £2.66, that's amazing, actually. I think full price, I think it's only about £3 or £4 as well. I quite like that. I'd be interested to see how it sits on my face during the day. Let me take you out a little bit. And around my nose, I can see it's sat in the right places on my nose. It's not clumped up or separated yet. Let me finish the rest of my makeup off and see how other things sit on top of it, and then we could have a good look at it after. And I could also show you how I cover up some of my darker scars and blemish marks on my face. So I'm going to use this Revolution Pro full cover camouflage concealer. So I use this to cover up dark marks. This doesn't come up very often because I have a dermatologist and usually I don't break out that often, but I just get sometimes the odd one. So I'm going to just take a tiny amount. This stuff is incredibly thick, and I think it's meant to be so thick that it could even cover up tattoos and that kind of stuff. So I take a tiny bit of that and I put it on top of where I'm trying to cover. Then what I like to do is just buff out the edges either with my finger, or if sometimes I use a small fluffy brush. I try not to go actually on top of where I'm trying to cover, because I find that just lifts up where you put your foundation or your concealer. And I just pat that in around the edges. And this will eventually dry down matte anyway. And then for me, that's enough coverage. It doesn't need to be completely masked, but this is enough coverage for me. And that's covered it up, and it's actually blended really well with that foundation. The longer it's on my skin, the nicer I'm enjoying this. Actually, it feels really nice on my skin. I actually can't believe it. It's like £3. I should have put another one, but yeah, it's really. I think it looks really nice. Let me continue. So I'm going to use the Glossier bronzer in Heat just to warm up my face a bit, and I just like to take that onto the higher points of my face, so just up here on the cheeks, up here, and a little bit here and here. You have to work relatively quickly with this because it does dry down quite quickly, and just buff that in with a brush. Again, sometimes I use my fingers. Just like to put that just on those higher places. I quite like starting to use the cream products as we start getting to spring and the sun comes out a bit more, because I think it looks pretty on the skin if you can get away with it and you feel comfortable wearing cream products. It can look quite pretty on the skin when the sun hits those areas. It's a bit more seamless than powder, although you can buy powders that are really quite seamless now as well, so it's just a bit of trial and error. If you're looking for a powder that's really seamless, the Fenty Beauty bronzers are incredibly seamless. They're so fine, and when you put them on it almost looks like a cream as well, so they're definitely one to look for if you prefer powder products on your skin. But let me just add a bit of this iconic blush in. It's a sheer blush, and it's in, I think this is in Rose. Oh no, Fearless brush it's called. It's in Fearless. So again, a liquid blush, take a tiny bit there. And I like to put this on top of my bronzer and put it just slightly on my apples, not too far down. And then buff that in again over the top, just to add a bit of warmth and colour to my face. And then I take my brush and I just put it across my eyes. This is what I do for day to day, because I don't always want to do like a full eye look. So I just take whatever's on my brush left and just rub it across my eyes, and that tends to tie the whole face in together. And then, as always, Wonder Brow. Just through my brows, just to give it a quick brush. And then, I don't always wear mascara, as I've mentioned before, because I just hate taking it off. But I'm going to put some mascara on today. This is the Maybelline Sky High Mascara. This is one of my favourite mascaras. I love this mascara, I love the wand. If you want it for every day, I just kind of sort of touch the ends, because it is quite a lengthening big mascara. But if you just want it for like full impact, this is a really good mascara. And I'm just going to put some balm.com on in cookie butter, which was a limited edition, I think. I don't think they've put it into their permanent range, but it was a limited edition around Christmas. Just put that on my lips. And I think I'm done. That's my full face. I really, let me just take you back out again so you're not looking. I really like this CC cream. I actually didn't think I was going to. I thought it was going to have a really, I've never ever used Aldi makeup or cosmetics before, and I thought it was going to have a really weird consistency. But this is brilliant. This is really good, and it's in the sale at the moment for £2.66 or something. I think full price it's about £3 or £4. But it's really good. I'm really surprised. For colour 4, I think actually really suits my skin. It blends down to my neck. I think it really looks really good on my skin, and it feels really nice. It doesn't feel like I've got foundation on, and sometimes with CC creams, especially if you've got oily skin, you can really feel like you've got a layer of something on your face. It really doesn't feel like that at all. I'm really enjoying it. I really like it. I'm going to keep it on for the whole day. If I change, then I'll definitely update in another video, but otherwise I think if you're on a budget, or even if you're not and you just want to try something else, something different, something you can take on holiday, that kind of thing, then definitely check out this Lacura CC Cream by Aldi. Okay, so it's been a couple of hours since I've had the foundation on, and I just want to show you what it's looking like on my face. I still think it looks pretty good. It's not gathered in any awkward spaces. It does need powdering. I have really oily skin though, so it does need probably a little bit of powdering, but it doesn't feel uncomfortable on my face. I've typically gone greasy, a little bit oily in this space here. But otherwise, I don't think it looks terrible. I don't think it looks like it needs a whole new face or retouching. I'm seriously impressed with this for £2. I'm serious, £2.50 or something, whatever I said it was. I'm seriously impressed with this. This is a really good budget foundation. I really hope it doesn't break me out, because this could be my new favourite. They sell it online and in stores, so I would 100% pick this up. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know how you get on if you've tried anything else from Aldi, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.